Welcome to the Pattaya Property Show down here in the heart of Thailand in Pattaya. You join us today for the first ever show trying to highlight some properties in Pattaya and give you a little bit of a focus of what happens down here. A lot of people, of course, around the world join us in Pattaya over the years as tourists and, of course, come to live here as well. So we're trying to highlight what goes on in Pattaya in the property market. Joining me today is Andy from Thompsons. Welcome to the show, Andy.
Hello again.
Nice to see you.
And you, sir.
And, of course, a new format today.
Yes, a new show, I hope. And a lot of properties and a lot of deals, and also some information on what's currently going on in Pattaya with the property situation.
Okay, guys, on screen now will be the emails, the websites, the telephone numbers. So if you want to join us down here on the show, or you want any questions, or you want us to answer some of your questions, then we can do that with pleasure. But let's go straight into it, Andy. I mean, property number one, what you got for us today?
Right, well, I've got quite a few properties today. Every single one of them is reduced in price. They're for sale, for rent, or we can do a payment plan on all the properties that I bring up today. The first condo I've got is Angit Condo, which is on the 8th floor. It's 74 square meters, and it's priced, or it was priced at 3.1 million, and it's now being reduced down to 2.65 million. Or it's for rent at 22,000 a month. It's a lovely unit. For those of you aware of Angit Condo, it's relatively, it's an older building, but it's all been refurbished, refitted. It's a beautiful sized condo, and at 2.65 million, I think are really, really good.
And a lot of people are doing this with the older condominiums. I mean, you know, as we tend to find, as we do the properties together, we find that the guys that have brought condominiums in the past, they're now getting slightly dated, and what they're doing is people are spending a lot of money on them to bring them up to date.
The reason they're doing that, Dave, is, I mean, you're looking here at what, 74 square meters for 2.65 million with a sea view. Now, you go to one of the newer buildings now, you're going to be getting 28 square meters at 3 million, 3.2 million with no sea view on a lot of them. So, you know, if you're living here and you want some space, I always think it's better going for an older building for you to live there. I really do. I mean, if you like, I like space. Do you like space?
Everybody loves space. I mean, I like open plan, and you know, talking of some good deals. I mean, the Ocean Pearl, which is pretty a modern building. That's down at Prasnak. You know that. You know that one, don't you?
I do.
I mean, the Ocean Pearl consists of 2 7-story towers, residential apartments, giving stunning sea views, Andy.
Right.
As you know, everybody sort of wants a sea view, and of course, if we could give everybody a sea view, we'd all be pointing in one direction.
How big is that one?
That one's 52 square meters, 1 bedroom, fully furnished and equipped. It was 2.5. It's now on offer for 1.9. So
nice,
that's pretty good. And of course, it gives sea views. Like I said, it's got a balcony. It's great, and also it's a good investment as well. Ocean Pearl, of course, is very local to all the amenities that are around there. So it's easy access. Of course, John GM just down the road.
It is.
So
I think the pricing for our names really good.
It's a pretty cool, and like we said, guys, we're only sort of brushing over these properties for you. They will be on the screen, and of course, if you do want any more information about the properties that are on the screen, all you've got to do is basically send us an email or telephone us, say which one you're interested in, and Andy or myself will deal with that in the way that we do, which is we deal pretty nice with people, don't we, Andy?
We
Very
try
nice
to.
people.
We try to.
Now, one of the things that I keep getting a lot of emails on and a lot of messages is people are confused about this rent to buy. Okay, all right, so could you sort of shed a little bit of light on it for us?
I will. Okay, we've got a little bit longer today, so I can actually explain more about it. The Rent to Buy program is really set up to help foreigners to buy a condo. For instance, in the UK or America or wherever you're from in Europe or in Southeast Asia, if you're a foreigner in Thailand, you cannot get a mortgage. You can with one company that might give you 50%, and you've got to pay the rest. So there's a lot of retirees out there who are paying money on rental. They've got some savings in their bank. So what we try and do is fit in to their needs precisely, in the respect of, you know, how much are you paying rent? Could you put a deposit of 30% down? In some cases we'll take 25%, and then try and match it as closely as we can to the current rent they're paying. So in effect, rather than throwing that money away on just renting every single month.
And of course paying somebody else's mortgage.
Right, but then what they're doing is they're buying their condo, and we can do these deals over 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 years. Preferably not 10,
But I mean,
yeah.
people like myself, when I first came to Pattaya, of course, the first thing you do is find somewhere to rent.
Which is precisely what I did.
I think we've all been into that situation.
And 5 years later,
And 5 years later, we're still renting.
Yeah.
But of course, now this is making it so easy. I mean, people would be sort of like, in my eyes, they would be a little bit dumbstruck in a way if they didn't see the potential in this, because I was paying 18,000 baht a month rent.
Right.
Where I can go and get a condominium now.
You can give us a small deposit.
A small deposit
for about that sort of money.
For about that
over
sort
a period
of
of time, and own it.
And own it,
Yeah.
which makes sense. And of course, it makes sense to you guys out there. But like I said, Andy, I mean, there's a lot more information on this. We're sort of just brushing over the rent to buy.
Got any interest or just like some more details, just call the number and speak to me directly or to Dave. And we can run you through it, sit down, no pressure, show you how it works and see if it fits into your criteria. I mean, if it doesn't work for you, fine. But it's worth having a look at. If you're thinking of buying a condo for yourself to live in, it's worth just talking to us and finding out a little bit more information how we can help you.
Buying properties in Thailand, renting properties in Thailand, all the do's and don'ts. On this show, we're trying to give you an honest opinion, okay?
Right.
We're not biased, we're giving you an honest opinion, we're giving you truthful answers, okay? So if you do want to know the truth and you want to find out more about properties in Thailand and the do's and the don'ts, like Andy said, you can get in contact with us on telephone or email, and we can help you out in that direction. Even if you don't come to us and buy anything, at the end of the day, at least we've helped you, pointed you in the direction, and we're more than happy to, okay? So stay with us, we'll join you right after the break, okay? And we'll go into some commercials. Stay with us. Welcome back to the Pattaya Property Show, and hopefully you've had a coffee just like me and Andy in the break. My coffee's fine.
No, it's not.
It's fine. And also for Mr. David that's just called us while we're doing the show, we'll get back to you straight after the show, all right? And tell you more on the rent to buy, Andy.
Yep.
Okay, a lovely property you've got there for us.
The next one I've got is at a lovely place called Bansuan Lawana. It's a group of buildings. It's in Jomtien. It's on a massive plot of land. It's got 3 swimming pools, tennis courts, libraries, so on and so forth. And it's a 42 square metre second floor studio. It's reduced from 1.7 million down to 1.39 million, or it's got a rental at only 12,000 baht a month. So whether you're to buy that, rent it, buy it as an investment, if you were to buy it as an investment, it's 10% return. So I mean, a really good
And
deal.
reduced really well as well.
That's a big reduction, yeah, and it's beautifully done inside. Brand new, fitted, everything, all refurbished.
One thing
Really
we do like on the show and try and bring you, of course, is realistic prices.
Yeah.
We don't sort of inflate them and tell you it's this and then it's that. We try to give you realistic prices. Now, Laguna Beach Resort 1 studio apartment, Andy, on offer at a bargain price of 865,
That's cheap.
which is cheap.
How big is it?
You're looking at me rather strange, saying, "Is that true?
Why not?
Is that true?"
cheap.
Now this is a resale. It's a Laguna Beach 1, yeah. Basically, it's more than 90% of this has been sold direct by the developer, of course. Currently, it's on offer at 865.
It's got that lovely wave machine there. and all
Wave
the pools.
machine. I mean, it's it's a really
Russians
good
love
one.
that place.
I've only got sort of sketchy details on this because this has only just come in, so it's pretty, what we say, hot off the press.
Indeed.
So it's a pretty good one. There will be more details about this one. It's in Thai company ownership. Okay, so it's there for you guys out there. Thai
big is it?
Thai company ownership. I
don't know,
don't
do you?
actually know. They've just sent this in. They've just emailed it to me and said, "Look,
So
we've
you don't
got."
know how big it is.
No, it's about that big. So
It's probably a broom cupboard or something, that price.
but it's a great price, and I mean,
You need to find that.
like I said,
Well,
yeah.
they need to call us and find out.
I know. I mean, these guys are sending me in stuff. Oh, we want to sell this. It's half the price or
There's nothing
whatever.
like being prepared, Dave.
I'm always prepared, and of course, I hope you are on the next property,
As
Andy.
always, and I'm ready to move straight on to it.
Which,
I thought we'd move out of Pattaya a little bit to Bangsaray. A lot of people, are moving out to Bangsaray.
Up-and-coming area.
It's an up-and-coming area. We've got a lovely unit in a newish building called Ad Condominium. It's a studio. It's second floor, washing machine, beautifully appointed. I'm just looking at the pictures right now because I prepared. Nice unit in Bangsaray, 26 square meters. It's reduced from 1.4 million to 1.25 million, or it's at rental at 11,000. We're trying to keep the rentals about the same price as the unit. So if anybody's looking for an investment, and we can also do a guaranteed rental return on all of these units I'm saying today. As an investment, we can do a guaranteed 7% rental return on them. So that's, you know, if you buy it yourself and want to rent it out yourself, you're going to get around a 10% return. If you do it through a guarantee with us, we're going to guarantee 7.
So it's a good, wherever way they go, it's a good investment.
It's a great investment.
It's a great investment. Now, don't forget, guys, of course, if you're out there watching the show today and you have got a condominium, you've got a house, you've got land, you've got whatever, and you do want this highlighting on the show, me and Andy can take care of that for you. Like I said, all you got to do is phone the numbers on screen now, or just send us an email.
Or if they want it listed, we both have great websites.
Great websites.
They're linked together, so it doesn't matter either or either. And just send us your listings and we'll put them up for you. And if you want to go on the TV, give us a call and we can discuss that with you.
There we go. So Thompson's website and Paddy One's website, both there for you. You've got a great platform and hopefully we'll help sell your property as we do for many. Now, we have a 2-bedroom apartment for sale. This is a real bargain. It's a spacious apartment of 74 square meters on offer at 2.3 in foreign ownership. That basically works out at 31,000-ish a square meter, yeah, which is located in Pattaya. It's at the Kiha condominium. Do you know that?
Road, yeah, Thompsons Road.
Nice.
Yeah, it's okay. It's an older building.
It's an older building, but as we said, potential's there. That kind of price, the potential's there. I mean, 1998 it was built. So it's quite a few years older. Yeah. But as we've said in the show today, Andy, a lot of people out there got the older buildings and they're making them, bringing them updates.
Space, the only way to go is an older building. The most important thing about these buildings is as well that we're putting on here, like Jomtien Beach Condo or Bansuan Luana or Angge, the management there is really good. I'm not going to put something on TV and sell it to somebody where there's rubbish management because that just devalues the condo.
No, I mean, you know, like we've said on other shows before that we've done together. I mean, we try and take people as far as we can through the steps of helping them out.
Yeah.
You know, right up until they put their actual key into the door.
Right.
Now going on to your investment packages
Yeah.
that we have been talking about during the show now. I mean, for example, I mean, what about the guy that comes over from wherever he comes over from, England, Australia, America, knows nothing about anything?
Right. Okay.
And we've met them in the past. Oh, I want to buy a condominium. Oh, I want to buy a house. I mean,
Or, I want an investment.
Or I want an investment. I mean, you know, what kind of steps do you take, Andy?
Well, the investment package we do, which again I'll explain a little bit more here, and of course, feel free to call me. We do a guaranteed 7% rental return. So what we get is we get a guy who works offshore, and he might buy 2 condos a year from us, 2 or 3 condos a year. He's interested in the 7% return. What we do is a guaranteed 7%, not guaranteed after management fees, after your aircon breaks, after this, after that, like some of the companies do here are offering more. They're charging way more than the condo's worth and so on. Our condos are at market price and we do a guaranteed net 7% return, okay? Sure, if you go and rent it out and try and find a customer yourself, you're going to get a little bit more than that. But there are down months, we all know that, where a renter leaves early or, you know, whatever. You're going to have downtime. Whereas with the 7%, you have no downtime. That's down to us to make sure it's rented out.
Of course.
So what we tend to get is we get a lot of guys who say got $1 million and they want to buy $1 million worth of condos to get a guaranteed 7% per annum back. All their money is put into condos that they own. And then we pay the 7% on that. So their money is absolutely safe within property, yet they still get a 7% return on it. Okay, so that works very well, especially nowadays. The Chinese people are coming in, and what I see happening in town, Dave, in a very big way, and they're buying up a hell of a lot of property. They're coming over here to retire. In China, you don't ever own your house. At the end of the day, once you're gone, it goes back to the state. The Chinese have now woken up to that, and I think it's being very highly publicised in China that you can come over here, buy your own place, and when you want to sell it, it's yours, it's your money, it's yours for your children. So a large amount of Chinese are coming over here, buying whole floors of brand new projects, buying 50 to 100 rooms in one building in Jomtien, and even building their own retirement villages. So a lot of money is coming into this town. It's a very, very good time.
And of course, they used to come here and still come in the tour groups, of course. But now they've been here and seen what's happening here and got a feel for the place. There's more and more and more and more coming now.
It'll transition. If you remember back, say, 10 years ago, 12 years ago, the Japanese were coming here on tour groups. Then they sort of got to know the area and decided we're not being led around by a little flag by anybody anymore. We're coming on our own. And then the Koreans, and then they went to come on their own, and they're buying their own properties, and they're moving here themselves. And the Chinese will follow that transition.
Great.
You know, and they're using Western agents more and more and more now. We're getting a lot of inquiries from Chinese because they're bringing somebody who can speak English to us, yes.
Good. All right, there we go. Join us after the break. We'll be coming back with some more properties and talking about the developers market in Pattaya and how it is at the moment. Is it on the down or is it on the up?
And hopefully no more of your coffee.
Join us after the break. Welcome back to the Pattaya Property Show, and thanks for joining us again. Hopefully your coffee's still warm, ours is. Thanks to Mr. David from Rayon for giving us a quick message on the text there and saying he wanted to know a little bit more information on land. Now we will deal with that after the show, but also, Andy, I think it's a good thing on show 2 when we come back is to talk about land.
I think better idea, yeah. Just gives people an idea of how many rye to acres, or so they just sort of got level.
So we can do a whole section on the land, okay? But talking about bargains, I mean, I know that you had a few on this one and the guy got a little bit messed around, and now he's made a decision to reduce it.
He has, yes. We had a few inquiries on this one. The customer's messed him around a bit. And it's over at Jomtien Beach Condo, which is, you know, an older building, great location, right on the bus route. So you're in Jomtien, it's a really good location. This is a 30 square meter studio, completely refitted inside, really, really nice. It was 1.6 million, it's now been reduced to 1.35 million or 12,000 baht a month rent. Nice place, Jomtien Beach Condo, and as I say, the convenience level of it, you're sort of out of the city, but you're on all the routes.
But you're very close as well, aren't you? You're a couple of minutes away. It's not as though you're miles away. Now, I'm not talking of miles away, but Arcadia Beach Continental, luxurious inner city resort development, of course, down there on 3rd Road. Due to be finished in 2019. 2019, so they're on the way. Now we've got a nice one. It's pretty cool actually. It's a 26 square meter, fully furnished, key, away you go. Now it's on offer at 2.1 in foreign ownership. In
a new development in foreign ownership, we did talk about sizes before, but at that price, if you want to live in a city, I mean, with all the drink driving stops and so on, which I think is a good thing, you know, you're not having to drive or go too far to get to your condo if you love going into town. So for somebody who likes going out and partying, perfect.
And of course, we've got a nice property to end with today, Andy, as well.
Well, we've got 2 more.
Great, lovely. I love it when you surprise me. You surprised me by not making the coffee today.
Thank God for that. How was that coffee for you?
Lovely.
Mine wasn't. Anyway, moving on swiftly, promptly, I might add. I have a beautiful condo here. It's in central Pattaya. It's Rungfa Condo. It's a penthouse. It's on the 10th floor. It's just been refitted. It's huge. It's 146 square meters.
Well,
it's 2 bedrooms, 2 bathrooms, a pool table in there, big flat screen TVs, beautifully done inside. This is you really must, if you want a big condo in central Pattaya, you must come and look at this. It's reduced from 5.5 million down to 4.75 for 146 square meters, brand new inside. It's stunningly finished, or we've got it up for rental of 40,000 a month. So again, another inner city condominium. This is a beautiful size, and really, when you see the pictures of this, which will be behind us, you really must come and have a look at this if you're in the market for something of that size.
Sounds great. I mean, you know, for where it is and for what it is and the size it is. I mean, it's a bargain, and also a pool table in there, which we like.
We do.
We do. Okay, the last property from you today.
My last one for today is over at Porchland Condo in Jomtien. It's a 4th floor studio, and it's 37 square meters. Yet again, another reduction. This one was up at 1.95. It's been reduced down to 1.59
Wow, okay.
now. Or the rental is 14,000 baht a month. It's got a beautiful gym, really nice pool, fully refitted out. It's a great deal at that price, either to live there yourself or for a rental investment or to go on rent to buy.
And of course, in Pattaya at the moment, as people know, people over the years have brought condominiums, they've brought houses, and now they want to upgrade. So there's a lot of good properties on the market at great prices. As we've highlighted, only a very few today. There's some really, really good bargains around.
Talking about upgrading, that's another thing that we can do. A lot of the time we hear, and I'm sure you get it a lot as well, is, yeah, I really want to buy a new condo, but I've got to sell mine first.
Sure.
So something else that we do that I can't really think of anybody else who does that is on any of our units that we have available, we can do a part exchange for you. So we can take your condo as part exchange for one of our condos. So all you need to do is call us, talk to us, tell us what you're looking to do, tell us what you've got. We'll look down and give you a fair market price for your condo and put you into a condo what we price at a fair market price.
And of course,
so
it saves you a lot of time, a lot of energy, stress, whatever.
And discounting down just to try and get rid of it quickly.
And of course, your wife banging on the table going, I want to move, let's move, you know.
Right.
One thing we want to talk about today, just before we go, okay, that we've had a few questions about before we started the show, that we sort of let people know we were going to do the show. One thing that people sort of get a little bit dubious about is developers, Andy. You know,
Right.
the developers market. I mean, you know, all these stories you hear. How do you think the developers market's going in Pattaya?
Look, again, you know, when people just go out and they don't know anything about the property market, it's like anything. You can get burned, okay, and it can happen. You can go to a developer that's very new, that isn't bank financed. This is why the likes of Dave or I or other agents are here, because we know which developers are bank financed, i.e. if they're late, you get some money for that. If they never finish, you get your money back from the bank. These are the developers that I will always push to do a deal with a customer who's looking to buy off-plan. Off-plan is very, very safe if you deal with the correct developer. I obviously am not going to mention names. However, there are some great developers here that I've done a hell of a lot of business with. And there are developers here that realistically I wouldn't go to because I just don't know their background well enough.
And one thing I must say, what people out there probably don't know about us, I mean, you've been in Pattaya how long, Andy?
21 years.
21 years, I'm coming up for 11 years now. I mean, you know, we're not here on this show to sell you something from a developer or a condo or a house and tomorrow we're living in Zimbabwe or something, you know. We're here to sell you real properties at real prices. You know, we want to see you again, we want you to come back, we want you to buy more, we want you to upgrade, we want you to do any deals you can with us and be happy, tell your friends, and of course, hopefully Andy will be here for another 21 years and I'll be here for another 11 years. I don't know about the 21 years, but... But it's been,
at least 60 then.
Listen, you know, it's been great today, Andy. I mean, we're trying to just help you guys out there. We're trying to highlight a few things and push a good information your way. If anything, at the end of the day, all you get out of it is information, then we've done our job. I mean, you know, that's as far as we're happy with that.
As well, this is the first show, and if any developers out there or people within the property market want us to come along and film and do a show where they're from.
And join us on the show, of course.
Join us on the show, talk about your property, your development.
Absolutely.
Stuff. Give us a call. I mean, we want to start
absolutely
going out and get some fresh air and, you know.
And don't forget, on the property show, Andy and myself ask the questions that other people don't, okay? So we're here to give you a truthful and non-biased situation. It's been great today, Andy.
And you.
Thanks a lot for joining us, yeah?
Cheers, Dave.
It's great, from Thompsons and from Paddy One, okay? Join us again on the property show. This is Pattaya, Thailand. It's goodbye from me.
And it's goodbye from him.
See you next time. Bye-bye.
See ya.